Aloha Capricorn, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your October 2024 message from Spirit, what the energies are going to be like. I will say that this is take 2. So my microphone cut off halfway through the first recording for both Capricorn and for Aquarius. So if you have those placements in your chart, there's a secondary energy, a revisit here that's happening. And so microphones are charged. They should be good through the process, but that's just interesting information. I do want to say thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button, and for commenting. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. As well as I have an announcement. We have Pluto in Capricorn, if you've watched my previous videos, until the 19th of November. And that is a very transformational process. It's ending a 16-year cycle and preparing us for the next 16-year cycle when Pluto goes into Aquarius. And so I am doing my NLP coaching sessions and my readings by donation. So donate what you have rather than if you've been wanting to do a session with me but feeling like you haven't had the amount of funds that you need. And then if you are someone who is blessed and thriving right now, you're welcome to buy a session for someone who is in need. So I thought that this would be a good way for us to work together to move through these cycles, okay, and move into the next cycle so that we all can be abundant and thriving. Yes. So let's get to it. We're going to look at the Beyond Lemuria cards. We're going to look at the Energy Oracle cards and then the Light Seers cards, okay? So what are the energies for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for October? Take 2. Beautiful. Here it goes. And this just came flying out of the deck. Balanced forces. And Sagittarius got this one as well, okay? So if you have Sagittarius placements, that might have something to do for you. So what I will say is, looks like things have been balanced since the time of that reading. So we're on a different timeline now with it. And we can be okay with that because things shift moment to moment. We're whole new beings. All right, let's get to it here. Okay. Okay, Capricorn, so we've got energy that you're balancing. The overall energy, we have broken heart, and underneath that is healer of ages and envy, actually, okay? So as you're coming into October, some of you may be dealing with a broken heart or having an experience. This doesn't even feel like broken heart though. When they're showing me that, because I said broken heart and they said, no, Stephanie, not broken heart. It's the place where it opens and the light comes in. So some of you have been in a position because then you have this light coming in from the heart chakra. Okay. So the first 3 cards that came were all tied up, a man holding a coin, and action. Okay, so this is showing me what's balancing. All right, so you may have started off October in an energy of feeling all tied up emotionally and otherwise, and being in a bit of a state of envy. Okay, so what they're saying is that because you may have been tied up emotionally, financially, what have you, Capricorns are going through the finishing of that 16-year karmic cycle, and it's affecting Capricorn, Aries, Libra, and Scorpio the most. So while everyone is going through that changeover, it's most affected in our cardinal signs. And so you may be coming in with this energy of being really tied into a situation or feeling like you don't know where to go, like what the next moves are, how to move forward. But it's really a heart chakra opening, okay? And we have this energy of the Christ consciousness that's coming in. You do not have to be religious in any way. It's an energy of the fifth dimension, the Christ consciousness, healer of the ages. And that's what's coming to balance. We have man holding a coin in action. Okay. This is showing that there's someone, male figure or masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a gendered male, but this is typically talking about a gendered male that's coming in to help you. Okay. You may have felt all tied up in another area, but it's like this feels like there's someone coming in that's going to help you out. Okay, there's action steps that's happening to balance light and dark. This is reminding me of the Chariot. The Chariot card is communication, fast forward movement, and we have the balance forces here, night and day, the two dragons on either side. Okay, so Capricorn, I feel like we're going to get into your tarot, but that there's a healing that's coming. At the bottom of the deck randomly is the Three of Cups. This is saying great friendships, great communications, happy times, and laughter, and all of that. Okay, so where you were tied up in your mind, finances, physically and otherwise, you're going to have help through this transformation, and it looks like that there's a healing that's occurring in October for you. Okay, so let's get your tarot and go a little deeper. Now, some of you may be dealing with an actual broken heart over a loss of a relationship, like a breakup, a death, loss of a job, whatever it might be, where you feel like you're in the illusion of lack or loss, but it is an illusion is what they're saying. And so there's an energy here that's saying it's time to come into balance, Capricorn. Okay, yeah, first card out is Five of Cups. So you're coming into October feeling like you've had a loss, like there's some regret, like you're looking at what you have lost and like pouring that into the black hole here, but not realizing the cups that are still available for you, the energy that's still available for you. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Let's see, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yeah, it feels like you're really finishing out some energy here. Okay. Great. So we have Five of Cups. We have the Page of Swords and the King of Cups in the energy that you're coming into in October. Okay, Five of Cups feels like you may have, with this King of Cups, it does feel like someone who you've been in relationship with or relating to, or so that can be love, romance, but this could also be, a boss you love or a person that you love that has masculine energy that hasn't really, they harbor a lot of love and energy for you, excuse me, but we're never ever really able to say it. You are coming through as being in like the student position. Okay, so this could have been a mentor for you, but it feels like you feel like you've been at a loss. So you may have lost them in the physical world, to death, or a relationship has changed to breakup, like we said earlier, because it's not specifically a love reading, but there's energy here that you're learning something from these perceived losses coming into October. Okay, what I'm hearing is you actually have people in your life that love you way more than you think that they do. They care about you way more than you think that they do. And even from the other positions here, there's energy that's saying, Capricorn, just persevere. Okay, perseverance is Capricorn's, middle name. So, but it does feel like you are finishing up and completing contracts in October, both physically and metaphysically, like in your emotional world as well. Middle row. here. So mid-October, we have Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. I want to ask a little bit more on this question here. Oh, we've got Three of Swords. Okay. So this does feel like you may have someone coming back, like you're not seeing something, Capricorn, okay? Because she's standing tall and persevered, but this energy is a quick energy, come in for a fling, here for a good time, not a long time, but there's a re-spark that's happening and you're not seeing it. You're seeing through the eyes of the broken heart, okay? But what they're showing me is that underneath the broken heart is this Knight of Cups. And so it's like there is an offer out here for you, for love, for new beginnings, for new energy, but you're not seeing it because you're looking through the eyes of the past, because she's looking actually towards the past in the reading rather than towards the future. Okay. So I will say mid-October, you may have the opportunity to come back in with someone that you previously were around, or you're feeling a little bit coming out of depression, okay, from a previous time. And energy. So it doesn't have to be love, romance, but what this is saying is like, you're just not seeing what's available to you. And they're asking you, this message is somewhat of, it's information that makes it available to you, that when this energy comes in, it's like, are you going to make the same choice? Because for the love and romance piece, okay, what they're showing me is this is someone that you maybe really loved or had great interest in, that it never really became something. It became a fling, but it never really became something. So this is the energy of that. And you have the energy where it's going to come back in and maybe presented in a similar way. And they're asking, are you going to hold your ground and make a different choice? Okay. And when it comes back in, you're in this energy of the Five of Pentacles, okay? So again, they're saying, stop crying about it, okay? The key is right here. The key is available, Capricorn. Put it in the lock. You have the ability to move forward in your relationships. You have the ability to take action. So what they're saying this time, they're being a little rough with it because it's time for you to make this transformation. It's a have to. This is a universal, you are going to go through a transformation, whether you like it or not. So you might as well participate, right? And be active in your action-oriented part, okay? So you're not seeing that we have a progression that happens from Five of Pentacles to Six of Pentacles. You go from feeling like loss to the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a gift from the universe by the end of October, paired with the Chariot. It is quick incoming, brand new communications. This would be brand new job, brand new life. If it's a relationship, even if it's with the one that was there before, you're going to communicate, hey, here's what I need for reciprocity. The Six of Pentacles says it has to be equal give and receive. It has to be. Not one party can give more or the other to have a great relationship. And we go through different times, so it may not be 100, okay? You do your best, but you can let each other know, you know, I'm at a 60 tonight, okay? And they're like, I'm at an 80 to a 90. Let me handle the energy today, right? So there's a difference in the way that you communicate and you talk to one another, the way that you embody yourself, because the overall energy is the Fool moving into the Empress and the Hierophant. Oh my God. And then the Two of Cups and then the World. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, okay, let me settle down, because you're coming into October and it feels pretty heavy coming into October through the middle of October, because they're saying, see things differently. make a different choice than you did before. Okay, so you may have these people come back to you, or situations come back to you from as far back as 16 years ago, because remember, we're reconciling a cycle and finishing a cycle. But they're saying that cycle is completing this cycle of loss. We're moving into communion, reciprocity, communication. Here we are with the black and white horse. Didn't I say that reminds me of the chariot? And here comes the chariot in the reading. Okay, rewind the video if you need to. I said, this looks like the chariot, and here comes the chariot. Okay, so there is big change coming. That change that is coming, should you balance yourself, okay, the balancing is happening. There's good karma too. You are coming off the wheel of karma, of the bad karma, of the negative wheel, and moving into the positive, balanced forces. Okay? Brand new beginning, empty-handed leap into the void. You are going to be given an opportunity by the end of October. Empty-handed leap into the void. This makes you the Empress. We have the Hierophant. Hierophant is the priest. It is also the spiritual awakening, as well as the husband. It indicates marriage coming in. So you may not be getting married, but it can be a long-term commitment. If this is about love, this could be a business opportunity, but it's coming with the Two of Cups. So for those of you Capricorns who are looking for love, there is a very strong energy that there is, and we have the World. It's the strongest change card in the deck. Okay, it changes your whole world. You move into a completely different system of thought, a way of being. And then we have this partnership here. It is equal. They pour into each other's cups. Okay. And so, and it may be a brand new relationship, brand new job, or it may be this thing that's coming back from the past with reimagined, right? With balancing it. Okay. So you're going to have to feel into that and go, am I balancing? Because there's a healing that's happening of the broken heart that you've had, and maybe the envy that you've had about other people getting ahead while you haven't. For the last 16 years, Capricorn, it's been 2 steps forward and 3 steps back for Cappies, because we're building, and then it's, okay, back to this thing that I thought that I already had completed, because that's just the energy. When Pluto is in Capricorn, it's the closest to the earth that it will ever be. And so it's heavy energy. It's very potent. Pluto is the god of the underworld. So this is going through a death and rebirth. But you do have victory on the other side of it. Okay. And so I feel like there has been ways where you're deceiving yourself about what you really want, what you think that you can have, making yourself like under someone else, you know, rather than teammates, rather than communicating with reciprocity, rather than giving and receiving in equal measure, and realizing that this October is setting you up for the bloom season. Okay, so you're about to bloom. You're about to come out of the cocoon as a butterfly. But what happens when a caterpillar is becoming a butterfly? The caterpillar quite literally turns to mush. It like dissolves and disintegrates inside the cocoon to make the butterfly. So you are becoming an entirely new being. Okay, so look at all these cards that we have here of just this dark kind of old energy, right? Dark old energy that's been coming in. I want to give you guys the visuals. So this is what you've been in. Okay, look at this that you're going into. Look at this that you are clearing yourself to move into this. Look at that. Bright, beautiful, full of light. Lots of rainbow. Okay. Balanced emotions. Happy heart. great partnership. It does require you to move through the fear, because what I'm feeling here is immense amount of fear, but that's being healed, okay? And we do have someone with this man holding a coin here. And some of you, this tied up and man holding a coin in action, some of you, this could be like you were married to someone and they've got your money tied up or something, you know. But all in all, that's balancing out, because what they're actually having me do is to go ahead and, wow, this is new. They're having me put the cards together like I'm completing the reading. Okay, they're doing some energy work here with it to put victory on top to balance that out. Okay. Or put the Fool there. And then we're going to grab 3 cards, they said, okay, to look at what the change is, okay, to kind of start to clear some of that energy already before you get into October. Because it's like, they're like, you don't need to do that. So we're going to look at the practical steps is what they're saying. What's your practical steps to move through this energy and get your new beginning here, to take that leap? For some of you, it'll be wearing amethyst, because they're just really focusing me on her amethyst crystal there. Okay. All right, let's see, 2 more cards. Okay, that's back. Wonderful. Yes, perfect. Okay, we have 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands can talk about defense, but it's actually just learning from your position. I like the 7 of Wands because the 7 of Wands indicates that the person's going to learn from what they have, the battles that have happened. And this 7 of Wands in particular, I really love it, okay? Because she's sitting on top of and meditating and maintaining her peace. She's used what she's learned, that which should have pierced her bubble. Notice that that doesn't pierce her bubble, the one trying to get in. And so the one who you're going to do a relationship with, this man holding a coin, the Hierophant energy, that King of Cups energy, moving to the Hierophant, being able to express what they need to say. They're not going to burst your bubble. They're not going to rob you of your peace. This is an end to dramas, okay? And notice that solar plexus, she is beaming her personal power from the solar plexus. The solar plexus holds the emotions, okay? And this is saying your practical steps, whatever meditative practice that you can have, come into that meditative practice and really balance your emotions, balance your energies in whichever way that you do that, okay? I have lots of different techniques. If you want to do a session, please just donate, call, we can go over those. This is important for you to have some sort of calming, meditative, closed eye practice so that you can balance your emotions. We have Page of Swords. Page of Swords is very clear communication, and this is saying to me, you are coming across the void here, even by a tippy toe, and how you do it is through being like a student, okay? Being willing to learn new ideas, being willing to bring your ideas into the world and let that be your message, and it's going to protect you and help you walk across the void. But you're almost there, okay? Look, she's about to step onto the ground there, but she is very much immersed in the learning, because this is saying, learn this, really integrate the positive learnings as you go through this void sector, as you go through this process, because it's going to be part of your message to other people. It's going to bring you money. We just had some energy show up here. Okay, so I've got lately my soul family and spirit team's been coming as like different colored light orbs. So we just had like a gold one that showed up. And so in that gold light, there is the energy of abundance, healing, and gold is a conduit to the spirit. Okay, so Capricorn, let that energy conduct through you. So some of you may be learning about energy and voltage and actual electricity during this time. And it could be spiritual or metaphysical learnings as well. But I feel like some of you, there's like actual engineering things that you're learning about how to process electricity that's going to give you an aha for the rest of that. So that's pretty specific, but those of you who may be in that type of field, there's something in the gold that's going to help to teach you something there. Okay, and the last practical application is Six of Swords, and this is Spirit is with you. Okay, this is a spirit-driven change. They are taking you out of the choppy water and into the clear and calm water. Okay, you are safe, and you're safe to make these changes. They are happening inevitably. So the practical guide with that is remember that you do have soul family, those who have passed away that you knew in life. You have those who have not incarnated. You have the guardians, the watchers. You have all of these different beings that are watching out for you and moving you into this this new energy. Okay, so in the month of October for Capricorn, the meditative practice and having the mind and energy and curiosity of a student is going to help you to proceed forward and move through so that you can have this new beginning and have that energy of the new life that you're becoming, because that butterfly that you're becoming. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. They said one last card, and then I'm going to close it out here. Three of Pentacles speaks of teamwork. Okay, you do have a team of people around you who love you. And if even if you were engaging in envy, jealousy, etc., I know I had all of my ugly numbers come up over the last month or two. And so it doesn't matter. The people that are for you understand you're going through a process, and they're going to be there for you no matter what. Okay. So that got me a little bit because I just had an experience of grace, right? So remember to give yourself grace, and remember that people will show up for you. And your spirit people will always show up for you. Even if you feel like there's no physical people, the spirit people will show up. Okay. Those who have loved you and maybe passed through and graduated to the other side, they're still with you, and they're still guiding and protecting you. And so thank you, Capricorn. I love you guys. I know this has not been the easiest of transitions for a lot of us, but it's actually opening you up in October to these beautiful energies. Like you're going to be at the very beginning of this beautiful new life, a beautiful new way, but it does require you to make different choices, to choose how you behave differently, how you respond differently, so that you can get the different timeline. All right. But those of you who are watching this, we know that we watch tarot not to predict the future as in this is destined and has to happen this way, but to give us an idea of the energy so we can make our choices of what's best for us individually. Okay. So thank you again. Love you guys. And until next time, aloha.